Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about multi-tools for kids, and I want to help you rather to not make the mistake that I did. I actually started out giving this multi-tool to all three of my kids, and it ended up with some band-aids and some issues where my wife was not very happy with me. So anyway, I want to go over some options that are probably a lot better than this multi-tool, and we'll go ahead and take a look at all these on the table. So let's go ahead and first start with this one. This is essentially a no-name brand multi-tool that is a miniature copy of the SOG tool clip, the original one. So there's a lot of these off-brand ones and they just copy that design. It is supposed to have tiny little wire cutters right there, and then it does have a little spring and this keychain. I found these for I think around $10 each, which is really expensive for what this offers. But it does come with this bottle opener and the screwdriver on the end, and then it also comes with a knife. And that's where I ran into trouble. I thought my kids were old enough, but they actually weren't old enough yet to use the knife responsibly. I did try to teach them several things about safety, but anyway, in the course of time, there was still some slips and there were some band-aids that had to be applied. So this multi-tool I don't think is the greatest to give on the first one, to the kids. I wish I had used some other ones. All right, so moving on, I picked out several others that I thought would actually be perhaps a lot better. So SwissTech is definitely not my favorite brand, but for kids starting out, you don't have to have a huge high quality knife necessarily, or multi-tools what I mean. And so what I got was this 19-in-1 SwissTech multi-tool, and they have tons of features they list, as the wire clipper, the wire cutter, wire stripper, nail file, the rulers, there's wrenches, a bottle opener, ruler extension, another ruler extension, a hand drill. But essentially it is a plier, and then you have the screwdrivers that detach like so, sort of all fold in. And then you do have this tiny drill. But what I like about this is there's no sharp knives on this. So for starting out and letting kids get sort of acclimated to a multi-tool, I think this would actually be a better option. Now, I paid around $10 for this, and this was actually supposed to be the 9-in-1 SwissTech. They sent me the wrong one. Unfortunately, I did not want this one. But they sent me the 9-in-1 SwissTech essentially just has a couple screwdrivers. It doesn't have all this, but essentially you can pick either one. They're both fairly small. And the nice thing about these is that in their design, when you put the handles like so, it essentially locks the jaws in place so that you can use it on your keychain. So as long as these jaws don't become too loose, or these handles rather, the jaws can't open supposedly, and it will stay on your keychain. So that is one thing that's sort of neat, because it can be used as a keychain tool as well. So I think the SwissTech, definitely it would not be in my pick for something I would everyday carry myself, but this is something that I think does have a useful place for one of the first maybe multi-tools you give your kids, because it doesn't have all those sharp edges. It does have the hand drill. I don't think that's extremely sharp, but that's something you'll have to figure out for yourself. All right, so the next one moving along is going to be the Schrade. Now, this I believe is discontinued rather, but you can still buy this on Amazon, or at least I could. It's the ST12 TSACP. I'm trying to leave links for most of these that I can find. And this is going to, again, have 9 functions. And this is going to have spring-loaded pliers, wire cutters as well. And then on this side is going to be where your tools are. It's going to have a screwdriver that I think they claim to be a Phillips. Then it will have these scissors, which I don't think are very good, but they are a pair of scissors. So for instance, trying to cut paracord is pretty much non-existent. I think they can cut paper. And you're not going to have many more functions than that, actually. I believe there is, yes, there is a nail file here as well. So that's pretty much all you have. This is rated at travel friendly. This is your bottle opener as well. So this is considered a travel friendly tool. And then on the back, you have tweezers. So those sort of fit into the back here as well. So this is rated as a travel friendly, that you can take it into an airport and so forth. But I think it also works as a very good one, or a option, maybe not very good, but an option for kids starting out. I really don't like how it sits here. Again, this is not very good quality, but it is something that hopefully at least, except the scissors, but hopefully the scissors will be less prone to cut than the knife blade. All right, so then the next option is actually a really interesting option, and this is the Hot Wheels special feature. This was the 2020, and this is going to be the Experimotors. So there's been several years where Hot Wheels has made these, and this on the back actually has a 1/4 inch bit driver. So you can put the bit in there and use that as a screwdriver. Then on the back it has this wrench as well. So you can put the screwdriver bit, I guess somewhere in here, sort of, it can sit there. Anyway, it's just a fun little car tool to sort of start your kids down that journey. I think it's important to start kids training them young, and I think this actually probably is the best multi-tool to get started with, or one of the best. So this came in somewhere around I think $5. This was around $5. So it was around 24. This was around 10. And then finally, for an older kid that you still don't really want them to have a sharp knife in hand, I think the Style PS is probably the best multi-tool, the best quality that is more kid-friendly at this time. So the Style PS, again, I added this bit. This is, or this piece right here, it's something you can buy on eBay, so that you can use this as a screwdriver. And this will come again with a pair of scissors, but again, no knife. And then it also comes with some other tools as well. And I'm trying to remember where those tools are. I think it's basically just the scissors, yes, and then it does have a tweezer here as well. So it's going to have a very minimalist tool set. It does have the screwdriver and the nail file as well. There we go. It's been a little while since I had this out. And it does have the option to clip on a keychain, have the bottle opener as well. So it has all those options. So I think all these are really better options than the cheap multi-tool that I started my kids out with, and now I sort of regret that. But I think all these are pretty good options. So if you're looking to start your kids into multi-tools, take a look at these, take a look at the link. And then the one multi-tool I did not mention is the Victorinox Jet Setter, which is again airport friendly. And I would try to leave a link for that as well. I think that's another great multi-tool that might be a good starter one for your kids. All right, I've got a couple more videos. Check them out below.